2, 1.
Welcome. This is the Carla Marie and Anthony show.
It is.
And we are currently under construction.
Again.
But not the show is what the show is, but our studio space is being renovated.
I don't know where to look. I hate that I'm holding
there.
a microphone.
It is kind of weird.
We won't be doing the microphone holding.
Not forever, no.
No. This is just because we're still figuring things out.
Mm-hmm. So we are sitting on Carla Marie's love sack.
Love Sactional.
Sactional. Love sack Sactional.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievably comfortable. And one of the reasons we're saying we're still under construction is because we set it up and then we put the cameras all together and stuff. And we're like, well, maybe we can do a better setup.
Because you can move the pieces of the Sactional around.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, what if we do this? And after building it yesterday, we were both like, okay, wait, we need to just stop and set up for the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we're back from being on our trips for Thanksgiving. We can reassess. So,
Diana in Vermont, thank you for noticing the backlights.
yes, backlights are very cool. We're also like off-centered. I'm also very self-conscious because normally I just need to worry about what my face looks like and sometimes my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, oh, I gotta worry about what everything looks like. And I feel like our screen is here of what we look like, but the camera's here and the chat's down here. So I'm like,
and thank you to everyone who has gotten us through this I may have spoken too soon. Okay. We just got into Hype Train level 5. So thank you very much to everyone who has done that. We do have in our new studio still some Dubliner whiskey, the honey flavor. So once we get through level 5, we'll start ripping that shot.
but I see a lot of people asking questions about my pantalones.
Yeah, those things are, I don't know why anyone asked about them, but they're pretty gross.
I just put them on for the first time. They are one of my newest rentals from Newly. And I got them. These are going to be my Thanksgiving pants. I got them on purpose because I know it's going to piss my family off.
Those are Thanksgiving pants.
Except I just put them on and they are not conducive to eating anything. Mm-hmm. Like they're fine right now.
But they're very tight?
Yes. But I'm going to show you. They're not leggings. This is they're like khaki-ish. Yeah, khakis. The
This is
back.
an OnlyFans now? What are you doing? Is it like knitted?
It's like your grandma's blanket.
My grandma never had a blanket that ugly.
Mine did.
They look fun. They look like hippie knitted pants.
I wonder if I wear them a little bit today, they'll stretch. Because the tags were on them, which means no one ever rented them before.
Hey, what are you playing on your watch? It says something's
The
playing.
show, because it's on my phone.
Oh, and you can pause it from your watch?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, those things are crazy.
Oh, which I guess I did.
We are at the beginning of Hype Train level 5, so we'll see if we get through to the end of that. There was something I was going to say a second ago. Oh, and I would love to take a shot. Mainly because I am still celebrating. I'm still on cloud 9. I'm still over the moon. What other terms for being excited and happy do you have?
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic?
No. How do you spell it?
ECC?
No.
Static? I don't know how you spell ecstatic, actually.
Yeah.
Elated? That's a good one. If you notice,
Uh,
I busted out
no.
a good old Seton Hall basketball shirt. Do you want to know why I'm wearing a Seton Hall basketball shirt, Carla Marie?
I know why.
Why?
Because Seton Hall beat number 4 Michigan Wolverines.
Where did we do that?
What?
Where did we do it?
I don't know. Michigan.
In Michigan.
Oh. Let me tell you something.
At their house. We went to their house, and we said, this is our house now.
Okay.
This is our couch. And we're going to put our feet up and then wipe our butt on your face.
This was how many games into the year?
This is the 3rd game of the season.
We're going to have major problems in this house. Because whatever level you were at last year, you went like this and cranked it up.
Well, that was a big game.
That
was a very big game.
Honestly, I'm not kidding. 100% my neighbors heard him. Because I went outside to throw out garbage and I could hear him screaming. And he does this thing where he bangs the couch. But that couch downstairs is way louder, I guess. And the cats were all at the top of the steps, looking down the steps, and he's screaming. I'm telling you right now, if I heard this from another home, I would have called the police and been like, there's something going on next door.
Yeah, Carla Marie tried to ruin my fun and ruin the whole experience right after the game was over. She's like, hey, my neighbors texted me. They said you're too loud. And I looked at her and I said, no, they didn't. They absolutely did not. Your neighbors didn't even text you when there was a riot outside of the apartment and a protest.
I don't live in an apartment.
Or whatever, townhome. So they definitely weren't going to text you with one
And
person
no, that's
yelling
not
at a
true, 'cause
TV.
we were talking to each other on the roof.
What, when there was the protest outside? Well, either way, Carla Marie tried to come in there.
Wait, what?
And what?
Sorry. Finish your thought. I just read something.
Okay. But I will say I was a little over the top, but it was a very important game, and it started off a very important stretch of games, because if we lost that, we've got to play Ohio State on Monday. If once that Ohio State game is over, on Wednesday we're going to play either Cal or 24th ranked Florida. So hypothetically, we would go from playing the number 4 team in the country to the number currently, I think, 19 team in the country to the 24th team in the country.
The problem
Then,
with
hold
being
on.
a comfortable couch is when you start talking about sports, I actually may fall asleep.
Then we have a couple games with lesser opponents.
Josh, thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know what happened before him, but that was what set off the hype train. You got gifted a sub. How?
What? Oh, I did? I'm not even logged in right now, but thank you very
don't have
much.
to be. That's what's annoying, because you know what? These people don't even know.
Don't even know what.
They got gifts.
Well,
I
maybe
bet you get an email.
maybe they'll know. And then we have a couple off games after we come back from this Florida trip, which I will be at. I'll be down there in Florida watching Seton Hall basketball. Then we play I think they're number 8, Texas. And then after Texas, we have Rutgers. So we've got a lot of like big games coming up. So winning the first one, especially against the highest rated team that we're going to play, huge relief.
Okay.
Possibly the biggest game of the year so far.
Squishing the couch.
That's because I have the mouse back here.
All right, I need you to go back.
Okay. Thank you. Well, let's take the shot real quick.
Okay, but there was something that was said.
Okay.
Stefan or Steven or Stephanie, Katie, which we know this, Katie Bachelorette Katie, was on her Instagram live last week wearing a You Look Great shirt, which we knew. But then Stephanie said, which was then featured in a YouTube video I just watched.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, like they had a clip of it and talked about Katie doing the Instagram
Can
live.
you send me that link on Instagram?
That's
I'll
pretty
never
cool.
get it from here.
That is pretty cool. It was really nice of her to wear that shirt.
It's cool.
And then Danielle also posted. And listen, I love Katie, but Danielle posting
And that makes me so happy.
made me like the happiest I've seen on Instagram.
Yeah.
You want to start pouring up some shots, Carla Marie? I'll hold the what?
I shouldn't be responsible for pouring anything over our new couch.
You should be, because I don't want to be responsible for it. Let's see. Anthony's reaction seems appropriate. It is going to be interesting because in the chat here, we've got Fred the Mailman, obviously, who unfortunately will be cheering for Ohio State on Monday when we play each other. And then we have Chris in Texas, who will most likely be cheering for University of Texas. So I'm going to have 2 people in here who I'm very big enemies with. Oh, yeah, I just saw Texas. Chris said he'd be cheering for Texas. And Texas is a very good team. Thankfully, it's a younger team with a new coach, so hopefully they don't like gel properly before we play them. And then obviously all the
I-O.
and then
That's an Ohio fan.
what?
Wait, did they play Rutgers?
They do play Rutgers every season in football and basketball.
Who doesn't?
Here you go. Texas won't be playing them,
Yay, Texas! Go Texas Longhorns!
but that's not until I want to say that's December
Are they Longhorns?
4th or 8th. They are the Longhorns.
Wait, so who's Seton Hall playing next week?
Ohio State.
All right, I'm gonna be a Buckeye next week.
And then, depending on who wins their game, we'll follow up with either Cal or Florida. So big schools, big names. And it's
Cal
weird.
State, Dominguez Hills.
And I think as a Rutgers fan, you probably feel the same way sometimes. When you play teams that are like brand names, you have like little brother syndrome where like, I need to beat this team because they get all the attention. Cheers. Thank you to everyone who got us through hype trend level. What?
We don't have a table.
It's fine.
The couch.
Oh, God, that's dangerous. Whew.
Wait, we're gonna have major problems.
With what?
Cause when we're drinking drinks and stuff, what are we gonna do?
We're going to have a different setup. It's going to be fine. We're going to be okay. What was that?
I think my pants were so tight that the rest didn't go down at first.
Like there was a dam?
Last year when I was ordering my rental clothes for Christmas, I was like, oh, I can't get that. I don't want to hear my family. Oh, I can't get that. I don't want to hear. I was just like not in the mood to hear them.
Hey, hold your mic for the middle part.
And then this time around, I was like, what can I get that is going to send them in a tizzy?
Does your family actually comment on your clothes and stuff?
They comment on my eyelash, like everything. My dad made fun of my hair because he hated them. You look like a witch. Nah. Why is your hair that color? It's not blonde enough. And I'm like, dude, what? You're crazy. Like, he is next level. Like, if he wasn't my dad and he was just a man commenting on a woman, I'd be like, sir, you have a problem.
Well, and I think dads do that to their daughters almost always. But normally in this Thanksgiving, this is going to be the first Thanksgiving dinner our family meets together since the pandemic. Like, we didn't do anything.
Like, our families are meeting.
No. My family.
I was looking at you.
Like, our is in my family.
I thought we were talking about my dad. So
no.
Got it.
So it's going to be a slightly smaller Thanksgiving than we're normally used to. But Thanksgiving dinner for my family is usually like 45, sometimes 50 people, all in the same home.
And we're still deciding / figuring out if we're going to go to each other's Thanksgivings. Mm-hmm. They start at the same time, I think.
Around the same time, yeah.
So we're like, because if I go to Anthony's family, then I might miss spending Thanksgiving with my sister. She's got to go to her husband's family after. So we're just trying to like figure out what makes sense. But if I show up to a Thanksgiving of 45 people wearing these pants,
no one's going to care.
No way.
And that's what I was getting to. The reason I brought up how many people are at Thanksgiving every year for my family is we don't even realize who's there half the time. Like, you end up finding your spot where you're going to sit. Normally there's football on. So like me, my brothers, a couple of my cousins and uncles are usually downstairs in the football area. Then everyone else is upstairs chatting about whatever else you talk about other than sports.
Okay.
And there are literally years where I will see my aunts and my uncles for like 6 minutes. When we're getting food, we do a little prayer.
I mean, that sounds nice. Oh, there's
other than that,
we don't do that.
Oh, we do. Well, we also, you have to remember that I was a deacon. My uncle, who I don't know if he's going to be visiting because he's the one from Detroit that I visited after he had heart surgery. He's a priest. My family's a pretty religious family, at least like the aunts and uncles are. So there's usually a quick prayer. We do it in Jesus' original language, Aramaic, but only like the Lord's Prayer part of it, like the Our Father part. Everything else is in English.
I want you to come to my family Thanksgiving and be like, sorry, before we eat it, we need to do a prayer. And then you do the prayer in
No, that's not happening. It's not happening.
They would short circuit.
You know, okay, this is an interesting turnaround. You know how we play the happy birthday song, right?
Yeah. Is this happen at Thanksgiving?
No, it doesn't happen. This doesn't happen at Thanksgiving. Although it is usually my cousin Sonia. That's when we celebrate her birthday. But anyway, the reason we play the Arabic happy birthday song is not only because I am Arabic, but the American version of the happy birthday song is miserable.
Miserable.
The Aramaic version of Our Father, not that Our Father is like the most hype song out there.
Yeah, but when you're in church, it's like...
but we sing it so slow.
Oh, everybody does.
And boring.
It
there's like a tune. Yeah. And it is just so slow and boring. And I understand that my family wants to keep doing that because it's like our culture, right? We're Aramaic.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. But that's the one thing where I'm like, guys, we need to do like the English version and like speed this thing up because it takes way too long. Like Our Father, how long does Our Father take in English?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation. Amen. I don't even know.
So we actually, and Orthodox people,
I need to go look at the genius lyrics of that.
You know, the Orthodox version is actually longer.
Okay, listen.
When we sing it, so the Orthodox version is longer, whether you're Greek or Roman or whatever. The Aramaic version that we sing, which is a dead language, it's like singing in Latin at this point, ends up taking like 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Tell
it's
me what time that happens. And then I'm going to come 5 minutes later.
All right.
But I think you can bring up to your family, like, why don't we make this like Aramaic gospel? And you put a little remix, like get a little music bed, download it from the service we use. And then you're like,
Because to make it like authentic, we would have to have
oh, like belly dancers, right?
no, not a belly dancer, but there's an instrument we call the becke, and it's like a little side drum.
Becky?
The becke. It's like a little side drum, and it's like a bongo.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I have no idea what that instrument is in English because I've never had to talk about it in English. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know.
Is it, or is it only like your kind of bongo?
It's our kind of
is
bongo.
Is it in the song?
Is it in the Happy Birthday song? What?
Putting this down.
Okay.
And then you keep.
I don't think it's in this.
I don't even recognize any instruments in this song except.
Wait, I don't know. There's got to be some sort of jingling brass instrument in there.
But I don't. There's no guitar. There's no. We need to find those people. If we ever do a live show and they don't perform,
the original Arabic Happy Birthdays, they're probably long gone. They've probably been dead for a long, long time.
Ugh.
No offense to them. God bless. Rest in peace.
So we'll talk more, I guess, next week about the Thanksgiving plans. But we don't know if we'll be, because Anthony doesn't even get to New Jersey until Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have family time Thursday and Friday. I don't know that we might not even see each other until Saturday morning at the airport coming back here.
Yeah. I also think, and it's interesting because obviously when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to spend, we'll see each other on the stream. We'll spend time together at some point. But I think when you're in a relationship, everyone expects you to like be dying to spend time with one another, but we spend so much time with one another.
And we don't spend time with our families.
Exactly.
We're in such a unique situation. Anyone that doesn't live near their families, understands this. And I feel sorry for the people whose families, like, say we lived here and then your family was in New Jersey and there's no way my family's not in New Jersey.
So let's say my family's not.
Okay. My family's in New Jersey and yours is like in Florida. Mm-hmm. That would suck.
Which might happen because my family is looking at property in Florida.
Oh, dear.
So we'll see.
So that's like actually our friend Steve and Becca, but they live near Steve's family currently. So if they want to go to be with Becca's family, they have to travel. So we are still very lucky that everything is within like a 10-mile radius once we get to Jersey. But I'm like, I don't want to leave my Christmas tradition or my Thanksgiving tradition to go be with you because I'm with you every other day.
Exactly.
And I don't expect you to do that either. But I do think it would be nice to like bring each other into one another's family.
Where in Florida does Anthony's family want to go? So my uncle has a place in, I keep forgetting. It's like Deerfield Park or Deer Park. I don't know, something like that. It's near Boca, I think. It's in that area.
So everyone's going there?
So like not Miami.
Deerfield Beach?
Deerfield Beach. That's the one. Because I always think of Deer Park, the water.
Yeah.
And that's why I say Deerfield Park. But yeah, Deerfield Beach is where my uncle's house is. I think they're looking around there. When I land in Florida tomorrow morning, I'll be in West Palm Beach. I'll be in Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh.
I know your favorite restaurant and your boobs are from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking boobs, not even restaurant. You can't get into that restaurant.
I probably can't.
Because you need to be with Scary Jones or Elvis Duran.
Yeah, and they're not going to be with me.
And it's very expensive.
Okay. What'd you eat there? Oysters?
It's the first place I ever had oysters and zucchini flowers.
What is this restaurant?
Buccan.
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 Sounds stupid.
It is.
I feel like there's one in New York.
You know how I know it was amazing?
Budokan.
Because when I was there, Michael Jordan was there.
What did he do? Did he play
He
basketball?
was at a huge table with all these young women.
Did it look like he was going to be sleeping with all of them at some point?
Yeah.
Or are they just like his entourage?
Maybe both. It depends. Depends on the day.
What day was he having? Do you know?
I don't know. Because I was with that time I was with Scary and Greg T. So it was like.
Oh, you've been there twice?
2 or 3 times.
Fancy.
Yeah. So.
Fancy.
I went there with Scary and Greg T. We did an event. We used to do the West Palm Beach concert on like Sunfest. So me, Scary, and Greg T went down there and we did the party on the barge, which was, I thought the whole thing was gonna sink into the water. And so we went there. We went to that restaurant. Scary was like, "Gotta go to this restaurant. Buccan, I gotta get in."
I do love.
But we got in. It was great.
Not only, and we'll talk This is the podcast where if you want to hear people talking positively about Scary Jones, you come here. I feel like in all the other podcasts, he gets pooped on for some reason. Like the 15-minute morning show, they all
Serial
gang
killers.
up on him. Serial killers, they gang up on him. He's not even there in serial killers. Obviously, the Brooklyn Boys. Brody's always trying to bring Scary down. This is the pod. If you want to know the real opinion about Scary, you come to this podcast / Twitch show, whatever this is.
Yeah, he's the guy that's like, oh, we're gonna get into this restaurant, blah, blah. But he's getting you into this restaurant because he genuinely is excited and wants you to experience this greatness.
And I will say this. Sometimes you could be like, oh my God, Scary. All I want to do is go have a burger and go home, maybe have some beers or whatever. Scary is able to get anyone excited about eating because he's so genuinely excited. It's honestly, and this isn't to like, I'm not trying to like belittle how he feels about food, but it's, you ever get really excited about something stupid because a little kid is getting really excited?
Yeah.
It's that same type of like pure happiness and energy that comes from Scary Jones.
He's like, oh, you never had zucchini flowers? What? You never had zucchini? Wait till it comes to, oh, it's a flower and it
it's zucchini.
It's zucchini. But no, it's an actual flower.
A zucchini flower?
Yeah,
I thought it was a zucchini that was made to look like a flower.
No, it's the flower that grows on the zucchini vine.
I've
and
actually
it's like
never
stuffed
had it
with
then.
cheese when I had it. Yeah, it's so good. So we went to Bukan. Me, Scary, Greg T had the best meal ever. We ordered dessert, warm chocolate chip cookies with milk, and you dunk it.
There is nothing better than a warm chocolate chip cookie.
And then I went back to Bukan another year, Sunfest. Scary, man, I used to live the life. Scary, Greg T, Elvis.
That's when we had jobs
that
people
was the
cared
year
about.
Elvis private flew us all back to New York.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the coolest thing ever. I will never be on a private plane ever again.
No, you will. I don't know why, but you will.
I was like, well, you're taking me on one? So, yes, Bukan is my favorite restaurant, and my boobs are also from West Palm Beach. Or is he in Palm Beach Gardens? He might be in Palm Beach Gardens. Dr. Greg DeLange. Go check him out.
Okay.
He might be able to help you out.
With what? I could be like The Rock and get fake pecs.
No.
Yeah.
Since when?
The
Does he
Rock?
still have them?
I think that's the story on the internet.
He does not have fake pecs. I'll
But-
tell you why.
no,
Because
no.
when he flex, you would see him, and I know that because I have fake pecs.
No. Look at The Rock when he first came into WWE.
Okay.
WWF at the time.
Yeah, but there's no scars. Oh, armpits, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. The rumor is The Rock has fake boobs.
Okay. Oh,
Also
zucchini
works out really hard.
Yes. I keep feeling like my arm is naked, and it is because I don't have my little words project stack because it's in my nightstand because John, the cat, likes to eat them while I'm sleeping, and it's annoying.
That's
so I just realized I'm naked.
Also, can't you work your way up to those pecs? You can. And that's, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get to like
if
the
you're a
rock,
guy.
the rock size pecs, but I'm working towards it. And for everyone who, I've gotten a lot of text messages about people asking me about my back.
Oh.
Because if you listened to the podcast on Friday, My Day Friday, I had hurt my back Thursday.
I need to sit this way.
And it was like real bad. Like I couldn't move for basically 2 days. The speed though. Well, let me put it this way. The way that back pain knocks you out. What are you doing?
I feel like I'm sitting funny. Like I'm looking at the camera and
I feel like your mic for some reason is it not plugged in properly? Hold on. Switch mics with me. No, I think you just squeeze the life out of it.
Hello.
I feel like when you move, I can hear it.
Okay, well,
I don't know if anyone else can.
I'm also moving a lot. I'm not comfortable. Something is off here.
You don't look 100% comfortable, says Quartz with a K.
Because I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Oh, so The Rock had boob tissue removed. Wait, who are we talking about? Because I just saw, no, he had boob tissue removed. That's why we refused to remove his shirt for a...
He. Context
he.
was here.
I don't know. It says we. I'm going to read what's on the screen.
If you know what you think they're talking about, you don't need to correct it.
No, but if you're reading something that someone hands you, you just read the words that they hand you.
Okay.
Right?
Who was the guy who was reading
Will Ferrell and Anchorman?
Yes, but no.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego?
No, Bill O'Reilly. We're doing it live.
Yes, but that's because he didn't have a script.
No, he did. He was reading a script and he couldn't do it.
Wasn't the teleprompter guy like screwing up or something? Yeah. It is crazy to think that there are so many people in the entertainment world who completely fall apart when things have to be live and unscripted or not pre-taped
if we were live
or
right
anything.
Now, I'd be boobing all over the place. We are.
You would be boobing all over the place?
Wait, moving. But like we are live.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Did your brain just break?
I was thinking like on TV is what I meant.
If we were on TV,
I didn't eat enough dinner.
I'm assuming someone would have built our set up our cameras, things like that.
Okay.
You know?
Anyway, we were talking about something. You're going to be in West Palm Beach.
I am going to be in West Palm Beach, the home of your boobs,
Yeah.
where they were born. Is there, like, have you had to ever speak to your boob doctor?
I went in for a checkup when I went to Sunfest.
And what do they say? Like, oh, they're still there. Good.
Yeah, one is like a centimeter lower than the other.
Isn't that like regular boobs though?
Kinda, yeah. And he was like, I mean, we can do surgery to make it, to adjust it. And I was like, nah, we good, bro.
How long did it take you after recovering from your boob surgery to like feel like a normal person?
6 to 8 months.
Wow.
Completely normal. I mean, like within 3 days, I flew back from Florida by myself. You had to come to the airport to pick up my luggage though.
I did.
Because I couldn't lift it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to get on a plane and I went shopping the day before I left for a new bra. Like I was, I'm fine to function and move around. In terms of like working out and stuff, it's a few weeks. And then the worst thing is you can't lift your arms above your head. So if you have like a car you need to close that way or a garage door, you can't do that for a long time. And that's something that's like you don't think about and you go to do it and you feel like the muscle like.
Oh, there was also a time where you couldn't open doors at work.
Well, because we worked in a radio studio and the doors are like air sealed tight for soundproofing.
They're just really heavy.
So like even anytime when I would have to open a door.
Oh, and actually Elvis's studio had a magnetic lock. So they're really heavy and they were magnetized.
Yes. So anytime opening a studio door, you don't like just push it. I would always like bump it and go into it, which was fine. But if I was on the other side of the door and I had to pull it, I couldn't get out of the studio. Mm-hmm. So if no one was in there, I would be stuck in there. I'd be like, can someone let me out? I could not open the doors because you can't pull. And that's what was the craziest thing to me. But I'd say it was like a month and a half before I was like working out again. But at the time, I wasn't like, I didn't really work out.
Yeah, what was the workout for Carla Marie back then? For new boob Carla Marie?
A Shanti workout in my apartment, maybe without weights, like insanity. Maybe, but I didn't like fully do it.
But you didn't do the program. You would just like turn on the tape one day and just do it.
Basically.
Back when there were tapes. And the thing we were talking about before we got sidetracked was my back.
Oh, that's
I was saying how if you listened to the most recent My Day Friday, we talk about how I hurt my back at the gym. Mm-hmm. And I'm not exaggerating at all. And I'd hurt my back similarly back in August. Same type of injury, different side of my back. And even though I panicked less this time, because I think one of the things that scared me the first time I heard it was I never experienced anything like that. And I legitimately thought, I was like, if I move, I'm going to be paralyzed. Like that's how scared I was because I'd never hurt my back before, especially not in that way. Even though I had hurt my back the same way, this one was so much worse in terms of the actual acute pain that I felt. And
it's no joke.
For all of Thursday, almost all of Friday, basically couldn't move. Like I couldn't get myself up off a chair or the floor or a bed or a couch or whatever. It was a process. Even getting off the toilet, it was like I had to use the sink and then I had to put my other hand on
Why were you sitting on the toilet?
How was I sitting?
Why?
Because that's what toilets are for.
I thought boys pee standing.
Yes. So.
Boys don't poop.
Okay. I was resting on the toilet. So.
Playing your Game Boy.
Yeah. But even things like that, I just couldn't move up until Friday night. And I got to a point where I was like, I might have to cancel this Vegas trip because I don't know, like, I don't want to go there and be completely miserable.
Yeah. It's not.
But once my back like loosened up, it was like night and day. And it still is bothering me a little bit. I'm going to go to the chiropractor today and get stretched out.
I think you understand how lucky you are to be this age and have never had back problems before.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, you go to the chiropractor today.
I think one of the things, and I was explaining this to my brother, because when I was in Vegas, I would walk down to the gym at the Luxor, and I would walk for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I would do something very light. Like even the back exercises I was doing for my upper back, I was doing with like half the weight that I normally do. And I think people take for granted that when your body is supposed to be in motion.
Yes.
Right? Like we're not supposed to be sitting down all day in weird positions as we work from home on our laptops and whatnot. And I think one of the reasons I was able to bounce back so quick is twofold. One, when you are very active,
Yep.
and I'm not in great shape, but I'm probably in better shape than the average human, because the standard is pretty low. It is. So we as humans, we have set a very low bar for ourselves in a lot of different aspects. I was able to bounce back a little faster, and because I was willing to go back to the gym and do like light exercises, even if it was hurting a little bit.
Your rehab.
Yeah, I did the rehab like very quickly, and it helped so much. And obviously, I didn't do anything that was going to put my back in the same angle or position or pain it was in, but working around it has helped so much.
Yeah. It's funny, you posted, well, I guess it's not that funny, but you posted a story about like doing my rehab walk or whatever.
Yeah.
And someone DM'd me and was like, oh my God, Anthony is in my prayers, something else. And I was like, what happened?
Was it one of my aunts?
No.
Oh.
And I was like, what happened? And he was like, I saw that he's in rehab. And I was like, no, thank you though. And I'm like,
oh, like they thought I was in like drug rehab?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, I appreciate the care and feeling.
What were you
I was going to read Nick Wax's message. I said we as humans have set the bar very low, and he corrected me and said we as Americans have set the bar very low, which is interesting because in some ways Americans have set the bar higher than the average, but in other ways we have set it real low compared to the average.
Oh yeah.
The average human, I should say. World inhabitant.
Nick didn't say that.
Oh, who said it? Oh, that was Sunali. It was right under Nick's message. Apologize for the confusion. Thank you, Sunali. Nick, whatever you said, I'm sure is also great.
So actually, Lee, I don't know if Lee is still in here, last year or earlier this year, really hurt her back very bad by just sitting at her desk at home, from working from home. And I think Nick was the one that said desk jobs are literally putting us all in an early grave.
Nick, please confirm that you said that.
He did. I think we need to make sure we're setting reminders. Like the Apple Watch is like, please stand. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I need to move around, do a midday stretch, something. At least when you're in the office, you're sometimes walking from meeting to meeting or going to lunch, not just sitting in the same spot all day working from home.
Even standing, like as stereotypical as it is, and I don't know if people still have water coolers after the pandemic, but like standing at the water cooler and talking to someone. And it was interesting because after I had hurt my back last week, luckily I was able to get to the chiropractor because they had a cancellation, but then they didn't have any appointments available for a whole nother week. And I was like, that's weird. It's crazy that like the whole office is booked up. And then I saw my friend Jake, who's a chiropractor or a physical therapist in New Jersey. He was also booked up until after Thanksgiving. And I was talking to my friend Jake, asking him what the deal is. Like, why is everyone going to the chiropractor now?
Yeah.
And his theory is basically because everyone is working from home, spending more time on the couch as opposed to like an ergonomic? How do you say that word?
Ergonomic.
Chair. Their diets are worse. They're not moving around as much. They're sitting way more. All of that stuff has contributed in the last year and a half to some actual physical pain for a lot of people, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, not moving.
Think about, and it's one of those things where when you talk about your posture, everyone like checks their own posture. Just think about how you sit all day.
I sit in the weirdest way.
Exactly.
Well, I'm working on it. Apparently, I just do this all day. that's causing my neck pain.
You just tilt your head?
Like I'm a dog all day. So working on that. Nick said he's been going to the chiropractor since he was 8, and he absolutely swears by it. Adriana, who is the founder of Little Words Project, had a baby this year, and he goes to little baby chiropractor.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot.
And
like baby
not,
adjustments.
She's not like, cracking him. They basically just make sure his spine is staying in place. And you have to think, like, babies sleep in balls. And we
hold him in weird ways.
And we hold him in weird ways, yeah. So basically, every time he goes, it's not exactly a chiropractor, I forget what it's called, but every time he goes, they're like making sure that nothing is starting to get weird, and they'll do maybe little cracks to get things in place, and it helps so much with like how they're drinking, how they sleep, all of it, and it's crazy.
Do you think the average age, if this happens, I would assume mostly in America, or other very developed countries, do you think the countries that have baby adjustments are going to end up with like a higher average height in like 20 years? Because think about it, if you're always told and like coached to stand up properly, you're going to be standing taller.
Sir, I grew a ½ inch between age 31 and 32
because of a chiropractor.
Yes.
So we are going to have like giants.
Yes.
Wow.
I haven't grown since 13, and then I would like go. I forget what doctor I not kept going to, but I was going to for checkups. Where do they measure your height?
A physical?
Maybe.
Yeah, they
and
do.
It's like 5'2". I'm like, no way. They're like, no, look, and it was clearly 5'2", and they were like, you've grown since the last time you were here, and I was like,
you finally grew.
well, because my neck has a curve and my spine has a curve. Not anymore. Well, maybe a little bit.
There was a message on Twitch from Liz from Connecticut. Said, honestly, I didn't. Wait, no, wrong one I was missing. Sorry, Liz. Oh, Shayna FC. I never realized how many steps I got in when I was in the office, going to the printer, getting water, going to the bathroom, socializing, etc. And that's another thing that people are losing, especially if you live in an apartment. You're going like 16 steps every hour. And not that, like, I don't count steps in terms of like, oh, I need 10,000 steps a day, but just moving. The movement is so restricted.
Fred the mailman, this time of year, my shoulders get all jacked up because of the increased weight in my mail bag. Your shopping habits are killing me slowly.
Yeah, Fred the mailman is probably the one person in the chat, and I know there's a lot of other people, but the one that sticks out to me who doesn't have to worry about this problem.
Well, Fred, don't you have the little push cart?
I feel like he does a sling. Shoulder bag. I don't know, whatever you call
my
it.
mail, I don't know.
I don't know.
You should get a push cart.
Let's see. Last year, I would make myself go outside for 5 to 10 minutes every day, which is fantastic.
What about this year, Court?
What else do we have here in the chat? Oh, even kids are going to chiropractors because they use the iPad a lot and video games.
Just all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess when you were playing a console game, not on like a PC or an iPad or a phone, back in the day, like if it was your Sega or your Nintendo, you were at least like looking at a TV at a distance, hopefully.
But now we're on our phones. Now I've been like texting like this now because I don't want to keep looking down.
I try to like pick my head up and have better posture, but it's tough because it's so easy to just text like this, looking down. And then
our thumbs are gonna be broken.
No, they're gonna be the strongest parts of our body. Thumb wrestling is it's gonna be like the craziest sport ever. Your people are gonna be snapping each other's fingers off.
And then you can't text.
You have to text like this. Which sometimes I do.
Sometimes, like if I'm on my phone in bed, my hand goes numb.
Yeah, because it's up like this and it's not getting any blood. It's not supposed to be like that.
Everyone stand up.
Why?
And stretch.
Right now?
Right now.
So stand up and stretch. Well, we don't really have a lot of room here. We don't have room here.
Show off the new pants again? They look so cute. I look like I could be a Powerpuff Girl.
They look fun. They're just ridiculous.
Power or powder?
Yo pants are ridiculous.
Powder Puff Girl. But no, I actually look like...
No, Powder Puff is like the football league. The Powerpuff Girls are the cartoon.
Oh, man. I needed that.
Can you sit down? Let's see. I've gone running every day this year. Minimum a mile a day. It's helped because I sit at a computer all day. Today is day 323 of running.
Like, what if you're sick?
That's awesome. Good for you, Lee.
That's insanity.
We actually, when the pandemic first started, I mean, not first started, but when the lockdowns all first started, Carla Marie and I used to make it a point once everything shut down to try to go for a walk like every other day just because we were going crazy.
Yeah.
Everything was closed down. There was nothing else to do other than work and sit in our homes.
I know. I don't know. The last time we went for a walk, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, Seattle does this thing every year where in November it just sucks. And the weather is awful.
Yeah.
So we haven't really done that. But the summer we were doing it. The summer it was nice to get like a 10-minute walk in. But November in Seattle is just not the time. That's when Seattle reminds you that it's going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then December like lightens up a little bit. January, February, very tough months here in Seattle. And
March.
Yeah, March could be 70 degrees and sunny or 30 degrees and terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's real weird. Oh, yeah, and then daylight savings time is met.
You have to go for morning walks.
Messes up with everything. Messes everything up. Jeez, I can't talk.
Messed up my cats, too.
Why?
Because instead of waking me up at 6:30 when I wake up, John has been jumping on my head at 5:30 and licking my hair, licking my face, bumping me. And I'm like, dude, what do you want? And here's the thing. There's food in their bowl. He just wants me to get up because that's the time I wake up.
That's what they're used to.
And this morning I rolled over and Eric was sleeping on my pillow.
Is it still flooding? I don't think, as far as I know, it is not still flooding, but people are still dealing with obviously the residual effects of the floods that Washington got in northern and western Washington. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was really bad. I mean, there were cars that were completely underwater.
Houses are gone.
Yeah, it was really rough. So if you know anyone in that area, definitely reach out and see if you can do anything to help them.
Yeah, we already have been in touch with one person about possibly helping depending on what they need or like getting the word out, but it's crazy. It's pretty far, it's far from the city, but not like.
Yeah, it's not like downtown Seattle was flooded. No.
So yeah.
What else do we have here in the chat? There was also something that Carla Marie did. It's a little anecdote that we've got to talk about before we go today. What time is it, Carla Marie?
8:56.
Look at that. I felt like it was towards the end of the show. So if you followed this for a long time, you know that I live with Carla Marie now. We are also dating, but normally I ended up sleeping on the bed that used to be in this room or the couch. Mm-hmm. And part of that's like our schedules are different and I move around a lot in my sleep.
He does.
So if I can't fall asleep quickly, I'll just go to the couch. And on Tuesday, I was trying to be a normal human and sleep in a bed. So I got up to bed pretty late. Carla Marie had already gone to sleep. And I laid down and very quickly, I woke Carla Marie up and she said, Hi. And I thought she said good night. And I said, oh, good night, Carla Marie. And she said, no, I said hi. And I went, oh, hi. And I was like waiting for something else. She said, how are you feeling? I was like, oh, that's very nice of Carla. In my head, I said, that's very nice of Carla Marie. She's checking on my back. I said, back's actually doing okay. Thank you.
I'm in my sleeping. And
then Carla Marie turns over and says, can I get you anything? I said, what?
I was definitely not talking to you in my sleep.
And she said, can I get you anything? And I said, no, I think I would just like to go to sleep. And she went, okay. And turned back around. And I was so confused that I didn't sleep for another like 30 minutes.
And were my eyes open?
Yeah, you were like fully talking
No.
to me. I think your eyes were open. It was also kind of dark, so I can't tell. But you were like
I'm
fully
such a nice
alert.
person in my
Fully alert. Can I get you anything? No, thank you.
You're an idiot.
I couldn't think of anything I wanted.
Yes, actually. Can you give me a cup of water? And you should have seen if I would have got up and got it.
Well, that was the funny thing because it's not like you entered a room that I was in seeing if I needed anything.
Maybe I was working at a doctor's office and I was like, Anthony, how are you feeling? Do you need?
Maybe you were like the receptionist at a doctor's office.
You need to mess with me and see what happens.
No, I was just ready to go to sleep.
Okay.
I was tired. Yeah, it was real confusing. But that was my Tuesday night, and that's why I sleep by myself on the couch, basically.
What? I'm such a good companion. I'm doing all the things.
You did nothing. You didn't actually do anything.
You didn't test it out.
And then the other thing that one of the other reasons that I don't sleep in that bed often is the cats.
Sure.
So the cats there's 4 of them, and the older cats, Caroline and Max, are pretty good. They'll sit at the end of the bed, and they'll just sleep there. Mm-hmm. The younger 2 cats,
I lock
John and
them
Erica,
out when they bother me, though.
Erica does this thing. So I move around, like I said, a lot in my sleep. And if I can't move around, I can't sleep. But Erica does this thing where, you know that little like hammock that your legs make with the blanket? Erica likes to sleep in that. So then once she does that, I can't really move because I'm going to catapult a cat. I'm going to catapult this animal.
You need to do that because they need to learn to not sleep there.
Yeah, but I feel bad because I'm like, oh, she's so little and cute and sleeping. So then I just sit there staring at the ceiling, or if I'm laying on my stomach staring at the pillow, I'm like, I'm stuck here forever until this cat decides to move.
Ricky said, "What are you doing from this random couch?"
Oh, good question, Ricky.
This is our new studio.
We're updating. We're in the middle of a redesign of our studio. This is going to look very different in the coming weeks. And then by the new year, it'll be completely set. But we had to start at some point.
Yeah.
So I had to move everything out of this room, which I didn't realize how much stuff had accumulated in like corners and in stacks of things, because this couch takes up most of the room. It's not a massive room.
No.
But we're going to figure it out. I think maybe a little corner table. And we split the couch.
I want to put what?
Like we need a corner table because you mentioned drinks earlier. We need somewhere to put stuff. So I think maybe we do 2
and a plant.
We'll figure it out. There's no need to discuss that here.
Sure there is. Well, what do you guys think? I really want to ask this question about the what is this called? View?
Perspective view.
Well, my complaint to Anthony yesterday was he had this way further away, and I was like, what?
Well, I was trying to show off the room.
No. I was like, everyone is used to us being in our faces. We can't go so far away, but I think that it should be a little closer and like angled differently.
It will be. It will be. And the lighting is going to be different. Although I do kind of like the lighting. It's very simple, but I kind of like it.
I think the lighting's fine. I can't we got to move that because I keep looking at myself.
Everything is going to be moved at some point. It'll all make sense.
And the chat's here, so if I'm reading, what is it?
Yeah, the window behind us is a little weird.
Well, can't move that.
No, but I think what we'll do is we'll block it maybe.
We can do that.
So it doesn't like come in like that. We'll put some cardboard in there and then close the window.
I am missing the table, but it's the first day.
What
and I won't
table?
be holding the mic.
So we will, I mean, long story short, we will be adding things.
Well, we can do the mic clamps.
We could do that too. We'll be adding things as the year progresses. And then hopefully by our first show of the new year, it's like legit because we've got new graphics coming in the new year. We've got hopefully new emotes. We've got a whole bunch of things coming. And I will say, I've been learning.
That's fair.
What?
Sorry. Karina said, when it's closer, I feel like I'm sitting in a room chatting with you. When it's far away, I feel like I'm just watching.
Okay, that's fair. And who knows? Maybe we'll have different camera angles. And it can like cut to every person's face as they're talking. That could be something we do too. And then if no one's talking, it zooms out. Either way.
Why would no one be talking?
That's a great question. Maybe if we're reading, it then takes like a wide view.
Okay.
But I've been reading a couple books on like how like business ideas and things like that. How to like take your idea and properly formulate it and format it. And one of the things that I was reading a lot of on a lot of different sites and podcasts and audiobooks and actual books was don't expose your plan too early.
Okay.
Right? But I do want to say there are 2 things that are coming up. One will be a December announcement, hopefully. And one will be a January announcement. It has nothing to do with the remodel of the studio. But they are things that we are working on. That we are very excited to be working on. And we've actually already started putting in some of that work. And the reason I say that is as we are redesigning things, as we are changing things, taking some time off before the new year, there's a reason for all of that.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff happening in the background, behind the scenes, that hopefully you will benefit from.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully. You never know for sure until it's out there. But that's the goal. Marriage and kids. No, although those would be behind the scenes things as well. That's not what we are working on.
Those require money.
Oh, let's see. Wendy in Virginia said, Anthony, I got my son-in-law the book you recommended. Oh, The Nordic Life. The Nordic Theory of Everything. That I just finished about a month ago. Great book. I suggest it to everyone. And if Ricky's still in the chat, I have to send the book to Ricky's boyfriend.
Oh, cool. Oh, God.
Because there's a lot of stuff about like the teaching industry and the school system that I think he would like. And he also works for a school, as far as I know,
He does.
that implements some of the theories in the book.
What? I want to go to school there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he does. And yes, I do. There's Ricky in the chat. Hey, Ricky, text me your address.
I have it.
Well, are you sending it? Or am I sending it?
I have to send her something else.
Oh, okay, don't send me your address. Carla Marie's going to handle it.
So we'll put it in there.
Okay. What are you sending her?
Well, we didn't get her a birthday gift in July, so we got her one now.
Her birthday was in July? And you're getting her gift now?
Yes.
Did you say we?
Because it's part of her Christmas gift.
Yeah, but you said we like I got it too?
Yes.
Oh, what did I get her?
I showed you the other day.
Huh.
And you said it was stupid, but it's cute.
Would you look at that? Ricky, enjoy the present I got you.
Guys, I know I was whispering into the mic. I did that on purpose.
All right, it is time for us to go. There will be no My Day Friday this week. Most likely there will not be a My Day Friday this week. But
wait,
we will.
It's Thursday. Yeah, when the hell we can do that?
Yeah. Again, with the redesign and a lot of the new things that we're working on, it just wouldn't have made sense. But we will be back on Monday. Carla Marie will be doing the show live from New Jersey.
I don't know where, though.
I'll be doing the show live from Florida. Also still waiting for my location. I don't know if I'm going to be in
just go to my
the
boob
Fort
doctor.
Lauderdale or Fort Myers area.
Maybe he'll let you go outside of the operating room and sit there and do the show.
Why would I want to be there? I couldn't think of a worse place for me to be than a place where people are just getting cut up and injected and
Oh, I love it.
altered in different ways.
Altered.
Like I'm definitely okay with the end result. I just don't need to see how that sausage is made.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like do whatever you want with your body.
Yep.
Raise it, lower it, expand it, shrink it, plug it, bop it, twist it, whatever you want to do.
Lisa said that I am always welcome to join her and Jen at their work table from home in New Jersey. Should I do that?
There you go.
I would. I don't care.
Are they close to your brother or your parents?
Why does that
I feel like they're in Central Jersey. No. Why can't I remember?
P, somewhere with the P. No, that's their last name. Hold on.
I'm sure they could tell us in the chat.
I think that my family like, where are you doing the show from? Well,
North Plainfield.
I told you there was a P.
North Plainfield is close to Rutgers, isn't it? Pretty sure it's in that general area.
I know it's in North Jersey. Court said I would offer Anthony to do Twitch from our house, but our dogs would ruin everything. I mean,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to be doing it from the Fort Myers
can
area.
you like at least do it from a beach?
If I'm in Fort Myers, I'll most likely be at the hotel at least, which will maybe have a pool, something nice. But also, I guess if I'm in the Fort Lauderdale area, my family doesn't live that far from the beach, and I think they do have like in their little community a little pool cabana set up.
Do it.
So maybe I'll do it from there. But either way, we will be live Monday morning. Hopefully.
Stay tuned.
Oh, you know what I get to do? And I'm very excited because I can't wait to talk about this. So my little cousin, Ryan.
Wait, don't they watch?
Yeah? Well, I just said I was going to Florida, so if they are watching, they don't watch often. They should be in school right now. But he's got a big football game. It's like some semifinal championship type thing.
He's how old?
Huh?
How old?
He is 10.
Okay.
10 or 11. And I think we actually have to like travel to the game. So it's like not necessarily in the Fort Lauderdale area or West Palm Beach area. But I've never been to a Florida football game. Because I know in states like Florida and Texas, specifically those two,
Little kid games are
huge. And this team apparently has shut out almost every team they've played, and they've won every game by like 40 or 50 points. But they do like a whole run out, and like all the parents show up. It's like a crowd that shows up for this 10 and 11-year-old football game. Okay. And I'm very excited to finally like be there for one of those. Because in New Jersey, no one cares what you do as a kid.
That's not true. We used to have that.
We
used to make the banners. People would run. It would be a big thing.
I don't know. I feel like maybe just
you didn't play football as a kid.
No, but all my friends did.
And you went to their games.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think you're making this up right now.
I just there wasn't the pomp and circumstance wasn't there for like little kids football in Jersey
it's
like it was.
Definitely not as big.
Exactly, not like it is in Texas and Florida.
Well, yeah. 2 days. I'm 2 days. I mean, duh.
Very excited to see how all of that transpires.
That'll be cool.
So I'll see that game on Saturday, then Seton Hall basketball on Monday, Seton Hall basketball on Wednesday, and then Thursday I fly back to New Jersey. So I should have some good travel stories, hopefully.
Okay.
All right. What do you got, Carla Marie?
That's it. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Oh, I got to reach over here for the mouse. Hold on. Where did I put it? Oh, got it.
Stay tuned for construction.
Peace out.